WTMD presents Baltimore Hit Parade. From fresh faces to familiar voices, with a backtrack to the past, Baltimore Hit Parade scours the city from underground parties to corner bars to the big stage, on the beat for the best new Baltimore music. DIY home recordings, indie labels, the digital domain, and major label releases. Baltimore Hit Parade brings the best to you.
Baltimore Hit Parade.
Now, here's your host, Sam Sessa.
Welcome to Baltimore Hit Parade. Our house band this week is the Gayle Harrod Band. They're becoming staples in the Baltimore and D.C. blues scenes, and this is a band of veteran players who took third place at this year's Baltimore Band Block Party. Right now, I'd like to welcome our house band this week. The Gayle Harrod Band is a group of veteran musicians who've been playing blues in the D.C. and Baltimore bar and club scenes for several years. Their repertoire is a mix of originals and covers. They recorded a handful of these originals and performed them here at WTMD a few months ago as part of the 2018 Baltimore Band Block Party. We're very happy to welcome them back in studio today on Baltimore Hit Parade. Gayle Harrod Band, great to see you again.
Thank you, Sam. It's great to be here.
So, Gayle, what song are you going to do first for us?
I think we'll start off with God Laughed.
How true is this song?
Yeah, it's very true. It's not necessarily something I'm real proud of, but it was written at a point in my life where I was really going through just a lot of things.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, I mean, literally, I had, lost someone who was really special to me. I had lost my job. I was in debt. I was in danger of losing my house. And then, I had lost my insurance. And then to just top everything off, I had gotten this bad mammogram. And it was like, I just sort of collapsed and didn't handle it very well. And I drank a little too much one night and got pulled over. But it was a wake-up call for me. Things have definitely changed since then, and I've got a whole new outlook, and things are going well, so happy about that.
Sam, I think what she's saying is that a really bad day made a really good song.
Exactly. I was going to say, at least you got a song out of it.
It's true, and I mean, I think that's true of life in general. It's like pretty much everything. My mentor, John Rousey, who really is, he's the reason that I'm here, because he brought me back into singing again after a really long absence. But he always said, no matter what, there's a song in that. That was sort of his motto, and so I've taken that to heart.
How long ago did all this happen?
This was back in about 2011.
All right. So, live in studio on Baltimore Hit Parade, it's the Gayle Harrod Band with God Laughed.
I was having myself just an awful year. Broken hearted, lost my job, ended up in my ear. Didn't have a soul to lean on or to tell it to. I headed out the door to sing me some blues, when the doctor called and said, girl, I got some bad news. Need you to come back in, I got some tests I'd like to do. Well, I had just been informed, no more insurance for my health, so I guess I was feeling pretty sorry for myself. I thought a little whiskey might just help to pull me through. God laughed and he said, no child, this ain't the way. You better count your blessings or you're gonna pay. You ain't having no pity party, no, that ain't the way. Well, I was halfway home when that whiskey kicked in, and every telephone pole started looking like a friend. And I thought to myself, oh Lord, I'm done. It was about that time that I noticed through my tears those flashing red lights getting closer in the rear. You know, I could have sworn I heard him laughing at me. God laughed and he said, oh no child, you ain't done. Girl, I'm just getting started, gonna have me some fun. You ain't finished till I say so, no, you ain't done. God laughed and he said, oh no child, you ain't done. Got a lot for you to learn, your lessons just begun. You ain't
Performing live in studio on Baltimore Hit Parade, it's the Gayle Harrod Band with their song God Laughed. They've got 3 more songs to play for us in studio this hour. But now it's time to go back to the WTMD Performance Studio to check in with the Gayle Harrod Band, our house band this week. Gayle, could you take a moment and introduce the band?
Sure. We have on guitar, Turk. On drums, Chuck Ferrell.
Howdy, y'all.
And on bass, Dennis Michaels.
Hello.
Gayle, I'm curious about how you got into singing, especially singing the blues. How long ago was it? And you said there was an absence in the middle there, too.
Yeah, gosh, I kind of started singing late in life. I didn't really know that I even could sing until my mid-30s. I was living in Columbia at the time, and there was this little local bar that had karaoke and had an open mic night. And, you know, one night someone coaxed me into doing karaoke, and then from there it was, oh, come on out and do the open mic with us. And it was a blues jam. And I just fell in love with it. And Chuck was a part of that. He was one of the regulars there. He's been instrumental in encouraging my singing. And, you know, we've known each other for over 20 years now, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's right, about 20 years, yeah.
Chuck, what did you think when you saw Gayle sing for the first time?
Well, I thought she could sing. I said, wow, that girl can sing. Man, hopefully we can work together someday. But it took almost 20 years before we could actually work together because I was working in other bands and doing stuff, you know, throughout the country. So but now it's pretty cool.
And I wasn't doing really anything except just, you know, doing it for fun. And I was really very shy and lacked confidence for a long time. And then I moved out of the area. I moved to Columbia, from Columbia to Westminster, and there was really just nothing out there. And I kind of just didn't do a whole lot of anything for about 5 years until like Facebook came along, and I reconnected with some people from high school, and that's where I reconnected with my friend John, and he brought me into his band, and that's where I started from there. I've been in 4 bands since then, and finally just decided that I wanted to pull together my own band with my own people on the advice of my friend Daryl Davis, and, you know, put my name on it. And I knew exactly who I wanted for my rhythm section. I wasn't sure, you know, who I wanted on guitar, but I was fortunate that both Dennis and Chuck were available, and Dennis brought Stan on, and it's really just worked out great. We
chucked a couple along the road early
yes,
on.
We did.
You know, I mean, everybody is not capable of playing the blues. Well, you know, and I think that's one of the things we have here. Chuck and I started playing jazz together 25 years ago. Stan and I have known each other for a while. Stan does it all, jazz, blues, rock. I mean, he was touring in rock bands for 25 years.
Yeah.
Before becoming a lawyer.
But we just, yeah.
You know,
right.
and
So be careful what you say, you know.
so he's retired. He can't do anything. But, I mean, that pretty much, you know, we got very lucky. I got a little bit scared the day Gayle called me and said, I got a drummer. Okay, great. Then I showed up, and it was Chuck, and it was, you know, 25 years of history is now present.
Yeah. And the chemistry is just great between all 4 of us. And I think that's really not just musical chemistry, but just personal. I mean, we all like each other, and we get along well. And I think that is really instrumental in why we're doing as well as we are right now.
I think it's all, Sam, I think it's all about the combination. This is just a rare combination, and all of us have played in lots and lots of bands with lots and lots of great musicians. But this particular combination, and if you look at our YouTube video somewhere of Gayle singing I'd Rather Go Blind, people are amazed that we'd only been together a week or so when we did that. Yeah. But this combination of musicians listen closely to each other, and we really breathe right along with each other.
We're speaking with the Gayle Harrod Band, live in studio on WTMD. What song do you want to play next for us?
I think we'll do Break.
1, 2, 1, 2.
The days pass by like a slow and steady drip in your silence. it's making me sick. I'm losing all I had. You don't give a damn. The promises you made, were they just part of your plan? And I ain't gonna let you break me down no more. 'Cause I'm so much stronger than you took me for. No, you can't keep a good woman down. Get my feet back on solid ground. Oh, I won't let you break me down no more. Now the time has gone by, I guess I kinda made peace. I found myself forgiveness and even sympathy. I like to believe that it was real with you and me. I think we both were just victims of your disease. Although it hurt me bad, you kinda set me free. Without you, I'd have never known the strength I had in me. And I won't let nobody break me down no more. 'Cause I'm so much stronger than I was before. No, you can't keep a good woman down. Get my feet back on solid ground. Oh, I won't let you break me down no more. No, I won't let you break me down no more. No, I won't let you break me.
Break by the Gayle Harrod Band, performed live in studio here on Baltimore Hit Parade. They've still got 2 more songs to play for us. This is Baltimore Hit Parade right here on 89.7 WTMD. I'm your host, Sam Sessa, and I'm joined in studio by our house band this week, the Gayle Harrod Band. You guys have been playing the blues in one form or another for decades. Does it mean something different to be playing the blues in 2018 than it did 20 years ago?
Oh,
You take this one, Gail.
wow. That's a big question.
Yeah,
I-
because it's more pertinent now than it was
Yeah,
20
I
years
think
ago.
so much has
If you go
happened.
back into the 60s, it was very relevant. As we got into the 80s, 90s, it became almost,
Less relevant.
yeah, well, yeah, pretty much.
Unrelevant.
And now, if you look at the state of the United States and a lot of other countries out there, you know, the blues is more accurate now than anything.
It's definitely relevant right now, and I think it's especially important to recognize the history and the roots of the blues and where it comes from. I mean, this is African American music, absolutely, and you know, I feel grateful that that I'm able to sing it and hopefully do it some justice. And it speaks to me. I can't really explain it any better than that, but certainly with the things that are happening in our country right now, it's there are stories to be told, and I'm hoping that we can touch on some of those in our writing. But the blues it's not just about, you know, suffering and hardship. It's also about overcoming. It's about triumph over adversity, and I think that story is yet to be told too.
We're speaking with the Gayle Harrod Band here on Baltimore Hit Parade. What song are you going to play next for us, Gayle?
I think we're gonna do "You're Gonna Miss Me."
Honey, when I met you, didn't have a thing. Had no money, got no car, till I treat you like a king. you're being cute, but you're acting like a clown, chasing every little skirt all over this here town. Boy, the day is coming, you'll realize what you have. Someday you'll wake up feeling all alone and sad. Tell me you don't want me, what can I do believe? But it won't be too long after I'm gone, honey, I guarantee you're gonna miss me. You're gonna miss me, baby. You're gonna miss me. You're gonna miss me. You're gonna miss me, child. You're gonna miss me. You're gonna miss me, baby. You're gonna miss me. You're gonna miss me. You're gonna miss me, child. You're gonna miss me, baby. You're gonna miss me. You're gonna miss me. You're gonna miss me, child.
That's the Gayle Harrod Band, live in studio on Baltimore Hit Parade with their song, You're Gonna Miss Me. We'll be back to the performance studio one more time this hour to take one from the Gayle Harrod Band in just a few minutes. Now we go back to the WTMD performance studio one last time to check in with our house band this week, the Gayle Harrod Band. So how many original songs have you guys recorded?
Just these 3. Unfortunately, we're working a lot now, so we haven't had a lot of time to write. And actually, most of the songs that we do have are songs that I wrote back during that time when I was laid off and going through a lot of rough times, and then brought them out, and these guys helped me put them to music and arrange them. And so I need to buckle down and take some time and get some new material, because I'm definitely not in the same place now that I was then, and there's certainly a lot to write about.
Sure. Well, looking forward, kind of what's on the radar for the Gayle Harrod Band here in the coming months?
Well, we are doing the State Fair, Maryland State Fair. We'll be there next Friday, the 24th. So we're really excited about that.
Nice.
That was kind of a surprise gig for us. We have a few different things coming up in D.C. We're regular rotation at the Crown and Crow, which is a really nice new venue down there. Also Roofers Union. I think we're back there in October. We're doing Bowie Town Center in September. Yeah, we're happy to be busy.
Very cool. So we've got time for one more song. We're speaking with the Gayle Harrod Band here live in studio on Baltimore Hit Parade. What's that going to be?
We're going to do our Ruth Brown cover of As Long as I'm Movin'.
Why this song, Gayle, before you play it?
We just love playing it. It's just such a fun song. It's got a great sort of jazzy, swingy groove, and it's a little bit irreverent, a little bit saucy. So yeah.
And a little bit different than what maybe you might hear from most blues bands, because we like to do things that set us just a little apart.
All right. It's the Gayle Harrod Band live in studio on WTMD.
1, 2, I want to have.
You're crazy about love, and I'm crazy about love myself. east, south, west, every which way, as long as I'm moving. Long as I'm moving. Long as I'm moving, baby, I don't care. You got big broad shoulders built like a trailer truck.
Must be a Big Mac truck, right?
You got big broad shoulders built like a trailer truck.
Oh, there's that Peterbilt. I don't know.
Let me run with you, daddy, and maybe I'll change my life. I got to watch myself. These boys are getting out of hand.
Watch out, watch out.
Gotta watch myself. These boys are getting out of hand.
Watch out, watch out.
They barely out of school and start acting like a natural man. I wanna go north, east, south, west, every which way, as long as I'm moving.
She's moving.
Long as I'm moving.
She's moving.
Long as I'm moving, baby, I don't care. Move, 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 move. Well, it must be right because me don't feel that way.
It's not as supple, I hear.
Well, it must be right because me don't feel that way.
The grain is all wrong, you see.
Don't you talk, you don't believe a thing you say. I wanna go north, east, south, west, every which way, as long as I'm moving.
She's moving.
Long as I'm moving.
She's moving.
Long as I'm moving, baby, I don't
As Long as I'm Movin', the Gayle Harrod Band channeling Ruth Brown here on Baltimore Hit Parade. Thank you guys so much for joining us in studio. It's been great to have you back here.
Oh, thank you, Sam. It's been a pleasure.
The Gayle Harrod Band is performing August the 24th in Timonium at the Maryland State Fair, the 29th at Howard's Pub and Deli in Dundalk, and September 22nd in Bowie at the Bowie Town Center Pavilion. Their website is thegayleharrodband.com, and Harrod is spelled Harrod. Sadly, that's all we have time for this week.